there, comic friends! I'm Travis, and it's New Comic Book Day, or at least New Comic Book Day for me. Saturday. Not good. Limited time to read it, so we're going to power through these really quick. Won't even talk about other stuff that I normally would kind of talk about. 21 issues this week. Emerald City Comic Con is next week. Started chicken scratching down stuff that I want to take with me. Just found out that Ian Bertram's going to be there. Super excited. Bertram. How do you say his name? Super excited about that. I actually own a few of his pages of art. Get House of Pennant signed and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, right off the bat, Sixth Commission number 22. Follow the Honey. Super stoked by this. This has actually been really enjoyable. I just enjoyed the heck of it. Glad to have it back. I'm glad it's, runs in arcs and then takes a break and runs an arc and takes a break because then I get to enjoy some good stuff. Doom Patrol. This is actually issue number 9. This is the variant cover. I've been waiting to get it. I had it ordered. Didn't get an initial order. They finally got their copies, I guess. So I get my copy. Not 100% sure who that variant cover is. But I'm not going to look it up now. I'm going to go on. Talk some more comics. So actually 20 comics to read. And I only got a few hours to read it. Twisted Romance. Issue number 3 of 4. Super excited. I've really been enjoying the hell out of these. These have been a lot of fun. So this one's got a Carla Speed McNeil on art, so the No Mercy people. So yeah, looking forward to checking that out. They've been really good. Really enjoyed the variety of them. Yes, this is the comic I'm much looking forward to. Punk is Not Dead. Issue number 1. This is the Bill Sikowitz variant cover. Actually, kind of really like the original cover better, but you can't go wrong with Sikowitz either. So I'm super excited to be checking this out. Anything has to do with punk, rock and roll, I like to check out. It takes a lot to hit the notes for punk. So we'll see what this is. I don't know. I've been avoiding. They've had previews in the back of some of the books. I have not read it because I just wanted to read the book pure. So we'll see how it all works out for me. Another Black Crown book, Kid Lobotomy. This is issue number 5. Sure as heck looking forward to it. I really enjoy Kid Lobotomy. It's just kind of an odd, quirky kind of a book, but I like its sense of style. I think it's a smart book. And, yeah, looking forward to checking it out. I believe Black Crown will be representing at Emerald City Comic Con, so I'll be checking out their panels, I am sure. Maybe get a chat with Shelley Bond. Anyway, another book I'll definitely be reading towards the top of the list is Evolution. Oh, look at that. Somebody's gutting somebody and making a kid watch, it looks like. It's all about the Inferrara art. And then we got all of these writers writing the book, but it has been very, very good. Boyd on colors. So yeah, issue number 4. Been really digging it. I think both Sabella? I don't know how you say his name. Sabella and Williams both are going to be at Emerald City Comic Con also. So maybe I'll take number 1 with me. Thinking about it now. If I can find all this stuff. Brilliant Trash, issue number 4. I haven't been too excited by this book. So it'll go towards the bottom of my list of things to read. Looks like we're doing a little bit of playing with the superhero stuff here. But it really isn't a superhero book. So I don't know. Still not sold on that. And I'm not intrigued by it like I was where I was struggling with Sundowners by Tim Slee to start out with. But I was still intrigued with it even though I was struggling with it. Not the case. Anyway. Birthright, issue number 30. Yes. I think this is the end of an arc. I think we're going to start a new arc pretty soon, I think. Don't quote me on that. But very much digging this book. And there's Mikey, best beard in comics. Yeah, see, I should play Mikey. I hear they're doing either a movie or a TV, Netflix-y kind of show of Birthright. I'd have to bulk up a whole lot because Mikey's a lot buffer than me. And I'd probably have to use some hair dye on my beard because he's not as gray as I am. But anyway, look forward to checking that out. The American Way, those above and below. This is issue number 6, which I see on my sheet here that it is number 6 of 6. Was this limited to 6 issues? I mean, it says it is, but was it originally solicited that way? I don't remember. Do you remember? Because, bummer. I was in this for the long haul because I thought we were going to get this kind of slow simmering story to a large degree. I mean, I know there's going to be violence in this issue, but I thought there'd be more to all the other stuff that's going on in it. So now this, instead of becoming its own thing, it almost feels like it's ultimately potentially going to be an afterthought of the original American Way stuff, which I still need to get and read. I don't know. I'm enjoying it. So next up, we have Superman issue number 41. This is more of the Robinson and Benson story of them on another planet trying to be the heroes, and it kind of backfiring on them. It's not a bad story, but still not terribly excited. The people on this planet, their planet is dying. It's dying in the same way that Krypton is or was. And they're, of course, so that it's on the anniversary of the death of Krypton, so they're there to try and save it. And these people are all, their faith says that whatever happens, happens, and they don't want Superman meddling in that. And there's a few scientists that do, so conflict ensues. Next up, we have issue 13 of Super Sons, The Parent Trap, Part 1. Of course, there's Talia. I hear that Super Sons is ending. Canceled. I don't know, canceled the right word. I don't know. It's ending. And Tomasi keeps saying, oh, no, we got special things coming. But yes, it is canceled. So I don't know. It seems to me like you look at the May solicitations, there's that whole Justice League spin-out thing that Snyder is doing, and the Titans are gone, the Teen Titans are gone. Not that I care about those books. Super Sons is gone. Supergirl's gone. So I don't know. I mean, are some of that stuff changing and becoming something else? I don't know. I just know we can't see the end of these two kids in their own comic, because it's just lots and lots of fun, for sure. I'm prepared. I didn't have this out of the bag. The second half of my books. Woo! Poison Ivy in issue 41. Of Batman. Super excited about that. Love that cover. Jan and art, so it'll be awesome. King written. Let's see what happens. Let's see what we do with Poison Ivy. I know there's a group of people out there who are pretty sensitive to Poison Ivy not being a villain anymore. I kind of think that she should continue to walk that center line. Be good when good, bad when bad. When her views and her rationale for making the choices she is are more extreme than what most people want to accept, I'm okay with her looking like the bad guy under those conditions. So, Batwoman issue number 12. Finally, The Secret of the Lost Year. There are some brilliant looking covers coming up in the book. So excited about that. Margaret Bennett, I think, does an excellent job with Kate Kane. Makes her interesting. You know, she has some depth to her. Gondelski's doing pencils on this one. So we'll see what this ends up being like. I'm enjoying Batwoman. Not blowing my mind, but I'm really enjoying Batwoman. So excited for it to keep on going. Brave and the Bold. Batman and Wonder Woman. So this is Brave and the Bold, Batman and Wonder Woman. Of course, you know, anybody who knows my greater collection knows I'm a big Brave and the Bold collector. I buy lots of the back issues and whatnot. So this is issue number 1 of 6. All done by Lehman Sharp. Of course, he did the wonderful half of Wonder Woman year 1 run of books here in the Rebirth stuff. So the art is going to be over the top gorgeous through it. So excited to be checking that out for the eye candy, if nothing else. To solve a murder across 2 worlds is the tagline on it. Yeah. Cool. What do we got here? Milk Wars. This is part 4. Swamp Thing and Cave Carson has a cybernetic eye. And there's the Grant Morrison map. The infamous Grant Morrison map. It's got a big old gnarly coffee stain on it. I love that. Oh, that's cool. There's laptop up there in the corner. The Young Animal sticker on it. See, so that's breaking the fourth wall kind of thing. Because the title, Swamp Thing and Cave Carson Cybernetic Eye, are comic books laying underneath the map. Yeah, that's a cool cover. That is a cool cover. So it's got the guys who typically do Cave Carson, at least doing the writing on it. Foss is the art. I don't remember Foss. Nick Flowerday, I'm assuming is the colorist, and of course we got our backup story by Magdalene. Visigaldo of Eternity Girl. So looking forward to that, because I'm looking forward to that actual Eternity Girl coming out. So like that. New Vertigo book, Deathbed, issue number 1, written by Joshua Williams, who does Birthright, who does that Nailbiter, The Flash. I think he's doing The Flash. Not excited by some of those books. Love Birthright. More importantly, Riley Rosbo on art. Ivan Placina doing the colors. So it's going to be super awesome as far as that goes. I have no idea what the comic is about, but Riley Rosmo art. Yes. Looking forward to that. One shot, Hellboy, and the BPRD 1955, The Burning Season. Pablo Rivera and Joe Rivera and Dave Stewart on our. So we got dinosaurs, fire rolling off of them. I have no idea what's in the story, but I always pick these up. I always enjoy them. The People versus Justice League issue number 39. This, I believe, is my final issue. Who will lead? Because they pretty much sacked Batman. That the political climate right now, it's a good idea for Batman to take a break and get his stuff together. And I guess League Charter says that as the current lead is stepping down, they get to pick the new leader. Everybody assumes it's going to be Superman, and they pick and Batman picks Cyborg to lead the Justice League. So that part is interesting. It was really weird. You got Aquaman here in the orange and green, of course. Inside of the last issue, they had him wearing that blue swirly shirt, uniform that he wore in the late mid 80s. There was a 6-issue miniseries that he wore that. So it's just really weird to see him in that. I don't know what that's about, but colorist having some fun. I don't know. At any rate, issue 5 of Mastro, as of course our main character goes to the basically plane of hell of sorts, this area that his father has always been at war at. In the past, he had saved a princess or something like that from there. Of course, he's looking for resources and help because his place is wrecked. So he just wanders into the place, and they don't like humans and whatnot, and so bondage ensues, right? This book has been really good. As much as I wrote issue 1 off as being Harry Potter for adults, with penises and boobs and that sort of stuff in it, it is actually a really smart book with Steve Strauss doing the art and the writing on this, mostly known for a artist, I believe. Of course, wonderful colors by Dave Stewart. Continues to be a fun book. Next up, we have Monstrous, issue number 14. So cracking some power there from our one-armed mistress, who is the wolf. She houses inside of her an ancient being, the equivalent of like Cthulhu type entity, and she could unleash at any time. She's basically a world destroyer walking around, and she's trying to assort herself and her people out after a massive war and a tenuous truce between the magic and the technological people. The technological people would like to just live in peace, but they're kind of ran and pushed around by a nunnery of magic of sorts themselves. They use occult type magic as opposed to high fantasy magic, it seems, to kind of force what they want, and they want power. They want to take stuff from the kind of, I don't know, Fey folks, not the word used, but kind of the ancient magical races, want to leverage them out of existence and take their power and that sort of stuff. And so all kinds of stuff. The story is slow in that it's slow in that basically if it would be the equivalent of taking J.R. Tolkien's the entire Fellowship of the Ring books and putting them in comic book form and not taking anything out, not editing it to just have the comic book hit the highlights. That's kind of where this is at. It does not just hit the highlights. It dives deep, has every conversation. So if you like a long story, if you're interested in a long story where less happens off, I mean, stuff still does, clearly. Stuff still does happen off panel, but a lot less happens off panel, it feels. I enjoy the book. The art is wonderful by Sana Takeda, yeah. And of course, Marjorie Liu writing it. I enjoy it. And finally, I am continuing along with Moonshine, issue number 7. It's back after a long break from the last arc of it, the first arc of the book. I'm mostly on for the Eduardo Rizzo art. I just can't get enough of it. So anywhere it is at, I typically buy and enjoy. We'll see where the story goes. Our main character is kind of a despicable drunk who we know in his past. He's had his sister die on him when he was quite young, and maybe that's why he's an alcoholic. And he's down trying to get the recipe for some moonshine to send back to the boys in New York. He's not doing a very good job. The boys in New York come down to fix the issue. Meanwhile, the moonshiners, if not all of them, some of them are werewolves. Carnage ensues. Our drunk makes it out, but he makes it out not unscathed. And of course, anybody who knows werewolf lore, once you've been bitten, scratched, or whatever by werewolves, if you are cured in some sense, you become a werewolf yourself. So that's what we're rolling into. So very much looking forward to that. Cut this quick so I can get on to reading. And I'll see you tonight. Comic Roundtable, I believe, unless somebody else says, hey, I want to be on. Just me and Rez tonight. And we got plenty to talk about. There's the Image Expo that came out, so curious to chat about maybe some of that. Of course, when it's just me and Rez, it's going to be independent book heavy, but that's okay. Need that every once in a while. Have a great one, everybody. See you tonight.